Yo guys, hope you're good. Thought I'd just jump on and make a quick video, and I'm going to walk through 7 steps to landing your first client as a copywriter. So this is an interesting one, and I want to give you a bit of a blueprint, bit of a roadmap. So if you're looking for your first client, you can follow these steps all the way through. And before I do jump in, there is a useful link below to my brand new course, the Copywriting Primer, which will go into these steps I'm about to give you in way more detail. And it's literally £1. So it is less than the price of a cup of coffee to learn how to land your first paying client as a copywriter, which is wild. So let's just jump straight into this, right? The first step, if you're a beginner, you need to know what niche you're going to be working in. So we need to choose a niche. And I've always said that when you're a copywriter, the great thing about copywriting is that when you become a good copywriter, you can literally choose to write in any niche. You can choose to write in finance, crypto, investing, savings, relationships, dating, marriage consulting, online education, sports, fitness. The list literally goes on and on and on. The caveat with this though, to keep things simple, I would personally choose a niche if you're starting out that you have already got knowledge in. Now you don't have to be a complete expert in it. You just have to have somewhat of a knowledge and somewhat be passionate about it, because if you're passionate about it, you aren't going to give up easily. Whereas if you just try and follow the money and try and follow like, oh, I'm going to write in the NFT space or the crypto space because I've heard that's where the money is, but you've no interest in it, you will burn out so fast and give up and then decide that copywriting is a fad and that it doesn't work and it's a scam. But it's really annoying when I hear people say stuff like that. And what actually happens is it just puts this whole like grey cloud above copywriting, when in actual fact, becoming a copywriter is one of the most high value skills that you can learn to master. Copywriting is great for communication in all aspects of life, not just the income department and making a career for yourself. So step 1, choose a niche. Don't overthink this, just choose it. You can always expand later on. Step 2 is called the Permissionless Apprenticeship. So this is essentially where we want to be creating a portfolio of work for ourselves. So then when we're outreaching to clients, we can show them, look, here's what I've done for these people. Here's what I could do for you. Now, the thing with this is, it's like the chicken and egg. How do you create a portfolio of work if you don't have any clients, right? Now, what you need to do is go out and create your own portfolio of work from already proven pieces of copy. So you're going to go out, you're going to find work that's already out there and work on it and improve it yourself and look at it and think, God, how can I optimize this? Like, what would I change on this? How can I make this headline better? How can I make these bullet points better? And so on and so forth. And when you've done that, you want to collate that in a place that you can then show to a client. And this is your portfolio when you're starting out. Obviously, when you get more paying clients, you can start changing this up and showing actual results that you've generated for clients, which is going to be even stronger and more powerful. But in the beginning, this is the fastest way to prove to a client that you are confident in your work and you can deliver results. So that's step number 2. Step number 3, we're going to start looking for clients, right? Now you can do this on any or many different platforms: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, probably TikTok as well. I primarily like focusing on YouTube and Instagram. Those are my 2 main drivers of finding clients. There's literally an almost unlimited amount of people on there actively looking for copywriters or could actively benefit from the help of a copywriter. So how do we find clients on these platforms, right? So you're going to go on to these platforms and you're going to search for people who are educators, right? So these are the people who are actively teaching a skill like this channel and sharing their knowledge on the internet, right? And then you are going to look at what they are selling, right? I can guarantee that most people who are sharing educational material on social media are doing it because they want to grow an audience. They want to get attention on what they're doing, and it's probably because they're selling something off the back of it, be it a course, membership, product, service, whatever. You're then going to find those people, and you're going to collate those people in like a document or a place, I use something called the Dream 100, which again, there is more details on the Dream 100 in the description below. A really useful way of keeping track of who you want to work with and who you have reached out to. And it's really, it's like magic. It's so good. So you're going to create a list of 20 people, let's say. The next step is actually outreaching to these people. So we need to speak to people. How do we speak to people? We need to do a direct message or a cold email, either way. Now, the cold email or a direct message when you're first speaking to a client is really important. And most people fuck this up because they try and pitch in their first email. They come across as desperate. They do all the opposite things to what people are actually expecting or looking for. Now, if you imagine a business owner who's getting hit up by copywriters and all sorts of offers every single day of the week, they're going to be super bored of this stuff, right? And if you send an offer that is similar to that in your first email or direct message, you're going to literally look like everybody else. And that's not what we want here. We want to separate ourselves from the chaff, and we want to position ourselves as something completely different. So I'll give you a couple of key principles to think about when you're doing an outreach. You want to grab attention. So do something that's completely different to what they're expecting. And the way to do this is, one, keep it short, keep it simple, and personalize it. The more you can make your outreach message feel like it can only have been sent to one person, that is goldmine. If somebody feels like this email or message they get has been sent to 1,000 other people, it's not interesting, just doesn't do anyone any favors. So personalize things, keep it simple. And all we're trying to do is just to get a response so we can start building this relationship with our potential client, right? So then what we want to do, the next step, is to follow up, right? So you may have been in that situation before where you've been ghosted or someone hasn't responded to you. And the reason is you've probably been too pushy or too desperate or salesy in your first message, which is not very good. So we want to follow up with people, right? Regardless of what your first message has been like, follow up with people. And you want to follow up just to keep you front of mind in that client's, in their mind, right? It's not to be desperate. We just want to keep you front of mind. Now, if you get a response from somebody who wants to move forward with something fantastic, jump on a phone call with them, start progressing how you can help them. Again, this is all covered in the copywriting primer below of how to do this. So if you get ignored, or maybe a client responds to you and says, hey, look, thanks for your offer, but right now I'm not looking for this, but, reach out to me in a couple of weeks, couple of months. Don't take that as a no. Make a note of it and respond back to them in that time frame they've given you, right? That's what you want to do, and that's to keep a lead warm, right? Now, the next thing we need to do is negotiate or offer the client a type of deal that is going to be mutually beneficial for you and them, as well as helping you maximize your earning potential as a copywriter. And there are a couple of different ways to do this, right? There are different ways that you can offer your service, and we do this through an irresistible offer. So this should have actually been outlined in a previous step, but I forgot about it. Irresistible offer is basically making an offer to a client to make them feel like they would literally feel stupid for saying no to this and turn it down. So this needs to be unique. It needs to have a risk reversal, so it feels like the client is not taking a risk. It also needs to include some sort of bonus or bonuses that makes you stand out and makes the client feel special, and that they literally can't get this anywhere else. Because I can guarantee most copywriters reaching out to these people will just literally be offering their copywriting services. But I can give you a bit of a pro tip now. People aren't looking for copywriting. They don't want copywriting. They want the result that the copywriting can give them, right? So if you're pitching yourself as an email copywriter and the fact that you can write emails for them, that's not desirable. But what is desirable is if you can offer them, look, I can write you emails that are going to they're going to convert better, they're going to get more people to buy more of your products and services, they're going to be high converting, better converting, more converting than you already have right now. That's way more desirable. I've just literally butchered that and I've made that sound so vanilla. You can do a better job than that. So back to the types of deals that you can offer as a copywriter. So you can offer clients an offer in many different formats. You've got hourly, you've got commission-based, you've got retainers, you've got a flat fee, right? And these are all, I mean, hourly is something I wouldn't really consider. I just wouldn't. I don't like being worked by the hour, or I don't like doing that. And it doesn't really help you to maximize your earning potential as a copywriter. But there are different combinations of these types of structures, like retainer plus commission or flat fee plus commission, that will help you position yourself as the go-to copywriter in your niche and be offering something super unique. And it's almost a win-win for the client and you, because you maximize your earning potential and the client wins as well because they get kick-ass results, right? So these are the things you want to think about when you are going out and researching clients. And these 7 steps I've gone through now, you need to rinse and repeat these, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, until you land your client 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then you can start increasing your rates, charging more for your services. But the main goal is to get a client, obviously do amazing work, but also make sure you get a case study. The case study is the most important for you as a copywriter in the beginning, because you want to prove to people that you can do work and you are confident in the work you can offer. So use these 7 steps. If you want even more information and you want to get started as a copywriter and you want a proven roadmap, below you can grab my copywriting primer. It's a course that I've put together that goes through these 7 steps in way more detail. And it costs less than a cup of coffee. It's £1 right now. I think I'll just keep it at that price because, you know, people might think, oh, it's £1. Like, why is it £1? Why is it so low cost? The reason it's so low cost is because I want to try and get as many people as possible in the game. And sure, I could offer it for free, but if it was free, you wouldn't value it and you wouldn't do anything with it. So I'm thinking, well, if I put a £1 price tag on it, people will put their money where their mouth is and actually implement what I'm trying to tell them to do. And then later on down the road, if they want to take things to the next level, I obviously have courses and consulting as well as that, right? But that's not for now. I just want to get you fast momentum out the gate as a beginner copywriter. And this is the best way to do it. So jump down below if you want to take this to the next level and you're serious about investing less than a cup of coffee in yourself, which is bonkers me even saying. Go and do it. Come back to me when you're getting results. And let's take your freelance copywriting journey to the next level. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you in a bit.